Okay, so I'm standing over Darth Vader, lightsaber in hand, and I turn around, then Emperor Palpatine's trying to turn me to the dark side. What is his deal? Oh god, we started recording. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Box podcast. I'm Kyle.
I'm Batman.
A little louder.
I'm Batman.
There we go.
And it's me, Mohammad.
All right, we're just going to be going over some general news this week and just giving our thoughts on it. All right, what should we bring up to the table first?
You guys can talk about Marvel.
Okay.
Batman Day was yesterday.
Oh yeah, we probably should talk about that first, since we are a day late.
Yeah,
you
what
guys
did
do
you
anything
do?
specific to celebrate?
I uploaded YouTube video. I watched Mask of the Phantasm. I watched the Dark Knight trilogy.
The whole trilogy
Yes.
in a day?
Yes.
You're a madman.
It's not that hard. I mean,
I just tweeted about it and read a couple comics. You watched a 6-hour trilogy plus another movie.
Kyle, I've watched all three Lord of the Rings movies in a row in one sitting, so you know.
Trey, do you need help?
I never need help, Kyle. I'm always aware.
All right, we might need to get someone to check on Trey before the next episode.
No.
Yeah, I just read some comics and tweeted about it to celebrate. They didn't announce anything yesterday for Batman, right? Just some comic stuff.
And they released like 2 images. Oh well, yeah, 2 images from Zack
They released
Snyder.
They released
Jim Lee
fan
did a
art.
piece. Jim Lee did a piece, and they also released a picture of Ben Affleck from the Snyder Cut.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of the Snyder Cut, yesterday me and my friend Nick are devised a plan. We're gonna release the Cage cut to get the Nick Cage Superman movie back on the ground because they filmed footage for it. He would do it. They should make that movie with Tim Burton.
But would it be good?
Trey, when has Nick Cage made a bad movie?
I'm not saying I think Nick Cage could do it, even though don't say he hasn't been in bad movies because he's been in bad.
Trey,
movies.
Nick Cage has never been in a bad movie.
I'm saying that do we trust Tim Burton to do Superman?
Oh no, God no! But imagine how much fun this movie would be. A Nick Cage, Tim Burton Superman movie? Do not tell
here's
me
why. Here's why I'm saying I don't trust Tim Burton that well because I saw Edward Scissorhands for the first time today, and thinking about it now, I'm like, do we really think a guy who can make a movie about Johnny Depp with Scissorhands can make a Superman movie?
But Trey, it has Nick Cage in it. Nick Cage is the magic ingredient. Nick Cage has never made a bad movie. So if he's in it, it's guaranteed to be great.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nick Cage, never in a bad movie.
Name one bad movie he's been in then, if you're going to be so sarcastic about it.
Spider-Verse.
Never heard of it.
What was that movie where he's a parent and him and his wife are trying to kill their kid? What's that movie called? I heard it was bad.
Isn't Raising Arizona like okay, removing the joke for a bit, isn't Raising Arizona like actually a good movie?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the movie you're talking about. That's actually a good movie.
See, the only Nick Cage movies that I've seen are Face Off, Con Air, The Rock.
What about Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
I mean, yeah. Oh, and
Spider-Verse.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Also seen.
Who said Spider-Verse was a good movie?
Don't you dare go there.
Oh wait, here's a bad movie. What was the Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance? That was trash.
I mean, I feel like Spirit of Vengeance could have worked better if it was just a reboot. I don't think.
No.
Spirit of Vengeance wasn't awful.
It's not.
It was bad. It wasn't. It was definitely bad, but it was a bit overhated. It's like a 4 out of 10 when people call it a 2 out of 10.
4 out of 10 is still bad.
I mean, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if
you asked me to do a bad Nicolas Cage movie, and I did.
If it was its own film, like if it was a standalone movie, it'd be received a lot better.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would. I saw Spirit of Vengeance way before I saw the original Ghost Rider, and I remember thinking it was pretty neat.
Stop lying.
I will never stop.
Open your third eye.
I only have 2 of those, Mohammad.
We all have a third eye.
Yeah, sure you do. Where did we start this? What are we talking about? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, man. We were supposed to talk about
Happy-
Batman, but then
Happy late Batman Day. We'll cap that off there. All right. What do you guys think about the She-Hulk casting?
don't care.
I mean, I don't really know the person they cast. What's her name again? It's like Tatiana Maslany. That's who it is.
She does have the look. She does look like she could be She-Hulk. Oh,
she looks like a lawyer that could be a superhero, and that's what
which
She-Hulk
is what She-Hulk is. Do you think the She-Hulk series is going to incorporate some of her more comedic elements?
Yeah,
probably.
definitely.
It's the MCU.
Well, I mean, like have her character be focused as a comedic character, because like while the MCU is pretty lighthearted, it's not like you wouldn't call Iron Man a comedic character. Like her whole thing in the comics is she was like the funny character before Deadpool was a thing.
They're gonna make her comedic.
Do you think in the same way they do in the comics, where she like breaks the fourth wall?
Maybe not fourth wall breaking, but I don't know.
People are really mad about this here. Like I saw on Twitter, people think it's really stupid that this show is happening. It's like, why?
I think it's because Mark Ruffalo has one more movie on his contract, and we're just gonna.
Well, at the same time, people are saying, "Oh, Hulk isn't developed enough. Why are we making a She-Hulk series if we don't even have a developed Hulk?" Do you not think Hulk is going to be in the show and get developed?
Here's the thing about what you say about that. Hulk wasn't developed in between Infinity War and Endgame. They wrapped up his main arc.
He developed. It was just off screen, which is annoying.
But Hulk was still developed. Like, say what you want about Age of Ultron, but he was still an awesome character in that movie, and he was an amazing character in the first Avengers.
I think he was best in Phase 1 and 2. Phase 3 is when he kind of took the back burner because he became less popular as they introduced more characters.
Yeah.
Because Phase 3 is when they really just exploded with a bunch of characters. And the more characters you introduce, like Hulk just kind of fell down that ladder.
Yeah. I'm really salty still that they had to cut out the scene in Infinity War where he turns into Smart Hulk.
Yeah, that would have
could have kept that in, and people would not be angry in Endgame about it.
Yeah, literally all the Hulk problems in Endgame would be fixed if you just kept that scene in.
Yeah.
I understand why, because he didn't want a moment of triumph like 15 minutes before the downer ending. So why not? And yeah, it's possible they could have done it earlier, but I think it would have been a bit of a stretch. I just think they shouldn't have done Smart Hulk. I don't think now was the time.
I mean, we could have gotten Smart Hulk in She-Hulk.
Yeah, I think that would have been a great time to introduce Smart Hulk. Because She-Hulk is pretty much she's always been Smart Hulk. Because she's never had
she's a lawyer.
One-off, yeah,
so of course she'll be smart.
Yeah, but there's one-off versions of her that are but when she transforms into green, when she becomes in the green mode, she's pretty much just the same person.
Nice.
Yeah, which I think is something they could play with in this. They could have played with if that they could have got. It would have been really great if Hulk was turned Smart Hulk in She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Are you excited for She-Hulk? Because I think it's gonna be. It's one of the. It's out of all the new Marvel shows. It's probably in my top 3 for most excited.
I think it's gonna be good. I could definitely see it. But here's my question: do we think the character of Jennifer Walters will be introduced to She-Hulk? Because here's why I want to ask this. Do you remember the big rumors around that Daredevil was going to be in Spider-Man 3 to be Spider-Man's lawyer? But what if
it's still going on?
Yeah, but what if we introduce Jennifer Walters as Spider-Man's lawyer in Spider-Man 3, and then she turns into She-Hulk in She-Hulk while we kind of already know this character in a way?
Even though Daredevil is pretty tangentially connected to Spider-Man, I do think that'd make more sense. Because, Daredevil and Spider-Man are close friends in the comics and they team up a lot. But wouldn't it make more sense for this character that's already connected to someone Spider-Man already knows to be brought in?
Yeah, but also I don't really want this version of Daredevil to be brought into the lighter heart, to like the light-hearted, like Marvel movies, because Daredevil was dark, it was
Yeah.
grim, it was dark, and it was great. But like,
Okay, yeah, you're saying that, but at the same time, look at how it is in the comics. Like, you could have like a super dark run of Daredevil, and then like 2 weeks later, the next issue of Avengers comes out, and he's fighting against like the Hulk and Doctor Strange. Like, you can have a bit of tonal shift if it's in separate properties, and so the character will still remain the same. All his attributes will still be the same, but he will be surrounded in a more lighthearted tone. And in the
Yeah.
comics, it's shown to have worked. A lot of TV shows they do that. I think bringing in Charlie Cox Daredevil would be a missed opportunity. They should bring in Charlie Cox Daredevil? It'd be a missed opportunity if they didn't, frankly.
just please don't recast Daredevil if you want to put in Daredevil. Charlie Cox is the perfect Daredevil.
Daredevil died though at the end of Defenders, though, right? And they teased him coming back, but he hasn't actually.
No, he came back in Daredevil season 3.
Oh no, didn't Defenders come out after Daredevil season 3?
No, it came out before.
Oh. But have I not seen Daredevil season 3?
I haven't seen Daredevil season 3. I don't know really why I stopped watching the Marvel Netflix shows, because they were fine. I just got bored of Jessica Jones season 2, and I didn't finish the chronological order.
I have heard that after Defenders, I heard that they got pretty bad, because I know first season of Daredevil and Jessica Jones were like masterpieces. Luke Cage was alright. Iron Fist was Iron Fist.
No.
I know Iron Fist season 2 actually is pretty good. I heard about that.
I haven't watched it, and
I don't plan on it either, but I like Defenders. Like, I know it was kind of mixed.
Defenders was enjoyable, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Rise of Skywalker. Like, yeah, you could point out like a butt ton of flaws, but I had fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also in the comics, She-Hulk is actually generally a member of the Defenders. So through She-Hulk, they could reintroduce the Defenders into the wider MCU.
Yeah.
And people are also saying that they could use She-Hulk to make the Fantastic Four thing, because she's been a member a few times, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a very different way to how the Fantastic Four is introduced.
I really don't know how they're gonna bring in the Fantastic Four. I think they should just go pretty straightforward with it. Just kind of make it like, oh yeah, these very smart people are in this universe, and then just. I know people are kind of tired of origin movies, but I think we should have an origin movie for them.
At the same time, we don't really need an origin in a way. Just explain, okay, we got powers of an accident, and we can just go from there.
Yeah, but think about how jarring that is for non-comic fans. It's like, okay, you're just going to introduce 4 new super people, and we just kind of have to go that this happened.
We've had Fantastic Four movies, Garen, but no one wants to watch them because
because they're all bad. And I'm pretty sure they all bombed.
But like, if we're gonna get an origin story for Fantastic Four again, just make it kind of quick in the way that it's not gonna not focus on the plot.
Don't have it be like the story. Like, have it just be the opening. Have it, because the screenwriting rules. Something interesting has to happen within the first 10 minutes. I think that warrants something interesting happening within the first 10 minutes. You could just be like,
I'm not a big fan of that kind of rule, because I think if you have a strong opening, it will hook the audience to where you want to keep watching this movie. Nolan does that really well.
That's what that rule is.
Oh, I thought you said that nothing interesting had to happen.
No, the rule is within the first 10 minutes, something interesting has to happen to hook your audience in. So, like, if you look at other Marvel movies, it's Thanos killing Loki. In Endgame, it's Thanos dying. Like, you can pretty much look to any movie, and within the first 10 minutes, something happens. Like,
I always
Pulp
think
Fiction, they interrogate the guys.
I always think Nolan's the best at doing that, because you see like movies like The Dark Knight, which opened with that awesome bank heist. You see stuff
which you have called the best scene in cinematic history before.
Not the bank heist, the interrogation scene.
Oh yeah. You case in point, Trey likes The Dark Knight.
No shoit.
Yeah. Before we move on from She-Hulk, I actually want to talk a bit more about the new Marvel shows. Just not like super long, but quickly, Trey and Mohammad, rank your top 5 in terms of excitement for these shows.
Top five. I gotta think about these because I kind of forgot them because, well, Marvel's taking their sweet time,
Yeah.
giving us trailers and releasing them.
I don't have
But
one.
Falcon
I
Winter
can do
Soldier
mine
is
if you.
definitely up there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like from what I've seen from this, especially since GSP's coming back to play Batroc, I feel like this is gonna be a more kind of sequel to Winter Soldier in the way that was. Because Winter Soldier is one of my favorite MCU movies ever, from the tone to
It's
the
one of the best
action,
comic book movies
everything.
ever.
100%. But like I really am looking forward to seeing how Sam Wilson will deal with becoming the new Captain America. Like, how's he gonna deal with that?
Yeah, I really hope they go all the way with that because what we've seen so far, she just kind of got a brighter costume. I want him by the end of the series to be in like the full-on costume to have the shield.
Yeah. I'm also really excited to see Zemo again because Zemo
Oh
was
yeah,
the villain that beat the Avengers before Thanos did.
yeah. He beat the like. Yeah, it's that's so weird to think about that. He is just a man, and he stood up to these super beings, and he won.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the Civil War, Martin Freeman's I forgot his character's name. What was Martin
Oh
Freeman's
God, what
character?
is it?
Everett
I want to
Ross.
say Jeffrey.
Everett Ross. When
Uh,
he tells Zemo in the cell, "How does it feel that your plan failed so spectacularly?" And Zemo's like, "Did it?" Because he didn't lose. He 100% won. The Avengers were divided at the end of Civil War.
yeah, exactly. All right. So speaking of the Marvel Netflix shows, I think for me, let's just do top three since five is a lot. My top three is She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and number one Miss Marvel by far. Miss Marvel is going to be amazing,
Yeah, because like she was
especially
awesome in the Avengers game. That's
yeah.
something where like I think now that Miss Marvel's gotten that traction again, I feel like people are gonna look forward to that show even more.
I just want them to base it off the original run of Miss Marvel, like the one that like had like that huge cult following, the one with like the iconic cover. I want them to do
Oh
that
yeah.
one. I think it's for 2014.
Like
Just such a
here's my
very
question
such a
about that.
solid story.
Here's my
What?
question about that though. Are we gonna reboot the idea of Inhumans, or are we gonna continue that from Agents of Shield and the Inhumans show?
If I had to predict what they would do, I just think they wouldn't make her Inhuman. Like, I honestly think it'd just be too much of a hassle to just get this one character,
Yeah.
which
I
sucks
mean
because she has a really
Inhuman
cool, but she can
yeah.
be mutant.
I mean let's introduce mutants before we make her
Well,
a
how do
mutant.
we know Miss Marvel? Miss Marvel kind of feels like a perfect way to introduce mutants because she's such a newcomer, like friendly character. Like a lot of people outside the comic space know of Miss Marvel. She's a very
Yeah.
fun, lighthearted character. I feel like she'd be the perfect person to introduce mutants.
I disagree on that. I think the
Okay.
Eternals, because I said this numerous times, but the Celestials, not only did they create the humans and the deviants and the Eternals, but they also created mutants. So it'd be a perfect segue into just introducing the X-Men or the mutants in general.
I do think we are going to get some mention of mutants in Eternals. You are right. At
Post
least
credit
Or
like
like
scene.
hey
passing mention. At least.
Deadpool 3 could do it. I mean, I rewatched all the X-Men movies the other day besides Dark Phoenix. So I'm not watching that garbage again unless you
Yeah.
force me to. But the Deadpool movies, I also watch Deadpool movies, but they're so much fun and I want to see Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds wants to do it. MCU, keep Halton our
Well,
Deadpool.
obviously,
Give us
we know
Deadpool.
literally for a fact they've had like meetings about it. So like,
For sure.
yeah, I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan. He's not really my cup of tea, but I do think it'd be interesting to see him in the MCU finally.
But we also have to thank Deadpool in the way, because even though it wasn't the first R-rated comic book movie, it's going to pave the way for the R-rated comic book movies to come.
Yeah, I want an R-rated MCU movie, and I want it to be Blade. If Blade isn't
Blade
rated R,
has
I'm
to be
gonna
rated.
respond. Yeah, like how could they
It
not?
has to be, otherwise I don't think they'll do it right if it's not.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people like see the MCU now as like kitty garbage, but like when you look at the new phase, you got a horror Doctor Strange movie, you got Blade, and you got the TV shows, which I think could bring back a Dark Eternals.
I never saw the MCU as kid stuff. I mean, there's like dark references in the MCU movies. Like, for example, in Avengers, they reference Hulk having suicidal depression. In Avengers and Endgame, we hear Howard Stark say his dad beat him. when he was a kid.
Yeah, no,
So like I never see the MCU as kid garbage. I always see it's lighthearted, but it's always have that kind of tone where you're like, okay.
I feel
no,
like
there's a reason adults enjoy it and kids enjoy it. Because, like, yeah, kids will see, oh, cool, bright colored superheroes, and adults will see, oh, like, this is actually, like, something.
I feel like when it comes to like all the dark topics like you guys talk about, you just addressed, I feel like it's not like they don't like sit down just actually address it. Like it's kind of more like an afterthought, just like how like Thor's depression. Like yeah, we know he has depression, but that one scene
Yeah,
with
Thor's
him and his-
depression was handled like crap. Like, that could have been the best part of that movie had they not treated it like a joke.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like when the scene with like his mom, I think that was like a
Mhm.
really good scene. And I
Yeah.
know like, and I feel like a lot of like, I feel like Marvel needs to know about this, but emotional scenes are more like heavy hitting than an action sequence.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, no one's contesting that. People just like action more because they don't like to feel things. But, like, an emotional scene in superhero movies are oftentimes the parts that stick with you the most. Like,
I mean, just think about
can't-
the Irishman.
Hmm?
Just think about the Irishman. Just imagine the movie was just pure action. But now, I mean, sure, there's action in it, but it's not like all the time. And you know, there's actual emotional moments in this movie.
yeah,
Could you imagine
and,
Scorsese doing like a big action movie, like just pure action from start to finish?
like, he even admits it. So, like, this isn't cinema. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
Man.
And, like, the MCU does have those moments. Like, Tony Stark's funeral in Endgame is one that really sticks with me. It's just, all right, we got the big action set piece out of the way. Let's take a quiet moment for like 15-ish minutes. So take a quiet moment to cap off this movie.
I think I personally believe that the Captain America trilogy is the best MCU trilogy because of its emotional moments. Like in Winter Soldier, I love Winter Soldier because it shows Captain America, who is a soldier in the 40s, having to deal with today, and that's what like that scene where he's with Peggy Carter in the hospital, where he has to say that all he had to do, he's all his life he's wanted to do what was right, but he's not sure what that is anymore.
The best part of the Captain America trilogy for me is Winter Soldier on the helicarrier when Cap throws his shield in the water and just goes, "Because I'm with you till the end of the line." It's like, even when all the odds are against him, even when he realistically really should, he's like, you know what? I'm not giving up on my friend. And he just like stood there and took the beating, and it worked. And it's like, that is just such a resonant moment. And it was also an action scene. Like, it was in the middle of action that he stopped it, and he's like, okay, I'm not giving up on my friend.
Like even that in Civil War where we saw that Bucky killed Tony's parents, and then Tony has to go and fight Bucky because he's pissed, of course. Like that's such an emotional scene to me because you've seen Tony and Cap as friends for the past two phases, and now you're seeing them fight, and it's heartbreaking, and I love it.
Yeah, the Captain America trilogy does have a lot of moments like that.
It's best MCU trilogy. You can't tell me otherwise.
All right, do you guys want to talk about Kang a little bit?
Yeah. I won't talk much about it.
How do you feel about the casting? Don't all speak up at once now. Come on.
I didn't hear what you said. What are we doing?
How do you feel about the casting of Kang?
Of Kang? I haven't watched Lovecraft, so I don't really know who this guy is in a way. But I think it's cool. What I'm wondering is how we're going to incorporate Kang, because Endgame has told us MCU time travel works very differently than what the comics have told us and movies and such. So
I
how
will
is
bet
that?
you $20 here and now that this is exactly how that Kang is in Ant-Man 3. He goes into the quantum realm, he's shrinking, and we just see a glimpse of him. He's not gonna have any dialogue. I will bet you money that that's exactly how we see him. Just a quick little glimpse to tease him in a future movie. Because quantum realm.
There's no way Kang's gonna be the main villain for Ant-Man 3. Like I don't see that.
Of course not. I don't think anyone would, in their right mind, go, "Yeah, of course, Kang." Like, no. MODOK is. I still want MODOK to be the villain of that movie.
Yeah, let's see AIM back, man. AIM was such a minuscule part of the MCU and Iron Man 3, and I'm like, let's get it back. Let's see MODOK.
It's kind of like the Marvel LexCorp in a way, just without a figure.
Yeah.
I think
since AIM was such a cool part in the Avengers game, like let's see more.
The movie did a really good video on his proposed Ant-Man 3 and how it could reincorporate AIM and MODOK. And I think the way he described it is just what is really cool. Like basically the way he describes like, okay, Killian had AIM, but it was really a front for all his business. But there was actually some people who legitimately thought it was just like a tech company, and those people got screwed over. So when AIM fizzled, they reincorporated AIM, and some of those people though were actually some of the undercover people. So you still have AIM; it's just no longer connected to Killian and Extremis.
Yeah, but wasn't he also gonna make Hank Pym Yellow Jacket, like a full-blood Yellow Jacket?
No, he wanted to introduce Eric O'Grady, which
Like
is
I saw
my favorite.
I saw concept art of Hank Pym as Yellow Jacket. I don't know where it was from, but
I think that's fan art because I don't think they would do that.
I think they should, but not like the asshole Yellow Jacket that we get, but like
The one that beats his wife.
yeah, not that, but Hank Pym, but as Yellow Jacket. The MCU
I just
Hank
want to see
Pym.
Eric O'Grady in some way, shape, or form. He's my favorite Ant-Man because he's just a scumbag. Like he's like, okay, I have an Ant-Man suit. Instead of being like, I want to save people, like, all right, time to have some fun with this thing. That'd be such a honestly, if he was they could make him the villain, and it would actually be a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do you think that they're going to introduce Kang as like the next Thanos?
I really hope they don't do this whole big bad thing. If I'm being completely honest, like they've done it. Like listen, they've done it. All right. This is the first time. That's cool. But now they're gonna have to try something new because I feel like if they just keep doing the same thing, like have the big bad and then have another big crossover event, everyone's gonna be tired of Marvel. Everyone's gonna start to dislike Marvel, and then Marvel's just gonna kill itself. Okay, because here's the thing. I see a lot of people, they say, oh, DC's going to kill Marvel, Star Wars is going to kill Marvel, and all that kind of junk. But let's be frank here. The only way Marvel can like kill itself is Marvel itself. And if they don't like act now, then they're going to be slowly dying. Just like how people would say Disney Plus is going to kill Netflix.
Sure.
No, Disney Plus didn't kill Netflix. Netflix pretty much killed itself.
If Disney Plus came on the scene and Netflix didn't know how to react, therefore it killed itself.
No, because Netflix put out Cuties.
Yeah, that's probably a factor.
Exactly. So it's like Marvel. I feel okay. This is why I don't want to like. I don't like Marvel at this point. Like I just don't even like the Marvel movies because looking back at it, they're not very good to me in my opinion. The only ones I can like really consider good is the first Iron Man movie, the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and Black Panther, and maybe maybe.
Left.
I think I made him mad.
He just couldn't tolerate your MCU slander.
Yeah, but like,
frankly, how dare you?
Oh, boo-hoo, grow up. Maybe the Captain America films, but other than that, it's just.
I definitely see where you're coming. What I want the MCU to do is not have one big bad, but have multiple overarching threats. Because if this is going to be an interconnected universe, let's have it feel like a universe. Like, think about the world going on right now. There's not just one thing we're thinking about. So why not have multiple different options so we can have different crossovers? It's like, all right, we'll have this person as like an X-Men big bad. He can also appear in this, and this person will like be a thing for the Avengers, but we'll set him up in Fantastic Four a bit. Like make this feel like a universe. Like have multiple things going on.
The only thing I'm asking for Marvel right now is that they need to get their hands dirty. They need to like really like get down and gritty, and this is why I'm starting to appreciate DC more. Look at movies like Joker. That movie should have been made, but the fact that the movie is like, look at how much of an effect it made to like our modern society. Like people like were worried about like.
Oh yeah, people were really worried about Joker.
And believe it or not, I actually really like that stuff because like, okay, this is actually.
I think you're 100% right. I want the MCU because the thing is, the MCU now has the global audience's trust. They have the #1 highest movie of all time, so you can use that trust. Now you can go crazy, and I think the MCU is starting to get that. Like they're making Eternals, Blade. They're starting to get pretty creative with their TV shows.
Yeah, but like
I think they are sticking their toes into the craziness, But I think they just need to jump in.
Okay, so I mean, and then I'm gonna be frank with you. People say Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is gonna be a scary movie. I doubt that'll be the case. It'll just be your typical comedy movie with just like few horror aspects. And I feel like
I mean, Sam Raimi's directing it, and he's directed some pretty hardcore horror stuff before. Like,
yeah, because
and he's also directed one of the greatest superhero movies before. I don't see why it can't be both.
Okay,
I think he could. I think
Sam
a good
Raimi
superhero horror movie would be amazing.
Sam Raimi isn't writing the script for this movie.
But a director has a lot of influence still. So I think with visual style and, of course, some slight input on the story, I think he can make a pretty big impact onto the horror aspect of this while still keeping it as a good comic book movie.
I really hope that's the case because...
You're right?
Had Wi-Fi.
Okay. All right, Mohammad, keep going.
Yeah, and then like I'm iffy on Doctor Strange too, because considering the fact that how like Marvel isn't willing, I feel like Marvel isn't willing to get their hands dirty. Other than that, I mean, the only movies I'm looking forward to in the future right now is the Eternals, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Black Panther 2. Other than that, I'm probably not even gonna watch any of the movies, and I'm probably not even gonna like watch the Disney Plus show. And this is not listen. I don't. This is one of the reasons that it's not that I hate women. It's not the reason. I feel like I have to address that part. I just feel like,
I mean, no one was saying that, but I mean, go off.
But I feel like people are gonna misinterpret it that way. But I feel like Marvel just needs to like change, and they just need to get their hands dirty. That's all I'm asking.
I think they are kind of leaning into it, but I don't think they're ready to go completely like Joker yet. I think they're gonna get there though. I do have faith in them.
All I'm asking is this. Go ahead.
Okay, but I just think Marvel just need to let Sam Raimi be Sam Raimi and do whatever the hell he wants. Because last time Marvel told Sam Raimi what to do, we got Spider-Man 3. Let Raimi do what he wants.
One of the most annoying things on the planet to me is when Sam Raimi got announced to direct, all of the Raimi bots on Twitter, the people who act like Spider-Man 2 is the perfect movie, they started saying things like, "Oh, watch him leave in 2 months," and blah 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 blah. They do realize that Sam Raimi has worked with Disney before, and it turned out a really good movie. I don't really see Sam Raimi leaving this project. He's done superhero movies, he's done horror movies,
and he's worked with Kevin Feige. Huh? He's worked with Kevin Feige.
What about that? I don't know. All I do know is that it was with Disney.
No, but I mean, when he was making Spider-Man 2, Kevin Feige was like one of the executive producers on that movie.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah. At the same time, like Marvel has let directors kind of run with projects before. Like they gave the Russos pretty much full control in the Captain Americas. They let James Gunn and Taika Waititi respectively go crazy with their movies. I do think that if they want a horror movie and they got Sam Raimi, they're gonna let Sam Raimi a bit.
I feel like with James Gunn in this case, I feel like they just let him do whatever he wanted to do because he didn't have to like set anything up. You know, none of his movies, like the Guardians movies, connected with the Avengers or any of the Earthbound characters in any way. So he could just do whatever he wanted to do in that case.
That's not really true because we got Infinity Stone and we got Thanos. So it's still
we did have there was some
still got
him. Okay, in the first movie, he had to like follow Marvel's order. Like he actually proved himself that like, yeah, I can make a good movie. And I feel like that's the mindset. If you are about to make a Marvel movie and the first one's really good, like people actually love it, then the next movie you can just do whatever you want to do. You pretty much have to prove yourself that I want the freedom control.
If you ask someone like in the middle of phase 2, hey, do you think they're ever going to do Civil War? I think their answer would 100% of the time would be hell no. That's crazy. Marvel plays it way too safe to do Civil War. It's like because all people have this image like, oh, we got to keep these characters perfect and pristine. We can't have anyone seeing them in any negative light. But then they fought each other and hated each other, and there's actual conflict between these characters now.
Yeah. That's my little tangent on Marvel.
Yeah. I do think the Marvel after like Far From Home was disappointing. Black Widow looks to be just alright. I do think after these two movies they are going to start going just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch Black Widow. If I'm being honest
Black
with
Widow
you.
needs to justify its existence. Okay, there's gotta be something in that
Mhm.
movie where we're like, okay, we actually kind of
Well,
needed this movie.
I think just because fans have been asking for it so long, it's like, fine, take it, whatever. I don't have much faith in it because it doesn't look amazing.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
like a fun Mission Impossible movie. Like I'm still 100% gonna watch it. I hope I enjoy it because I'm very interested to see how they play the Taskmaster Mystery Man dynamic, and how we see like
It's gonna
it's
be
gonna be like a
one of her sisters. It's all but confirmed at this point.
No, I remember last year at San Diego Comic-Con. I forgot the dude's name, but like he said he used to be lovers with Black Widow, and we haven't really seen him in any of the promotion material. So he's probably not Black, Taskmaster.
Yeah, honestly, just watch it. Just watch it. Taskmaster be Taskmaster from the comics. Tony Masters. Just watch that happen.
Are you gonna watch Black Widow?
100%.
Probably. Yeah, I'd say so. If
I'm
it
not
comes to
gonna
Disney
watch it.
Plus, definitely. If it comes to theaters, maybe like a week late.
But here's the question: when it comes to Disney Plus, and it's a $30, you have to pay $30 for it.
It will
Would
be.
you pay 30
It will
bucks
be.
for it?
I'd pay the money. Like, I care about like Black Widow. Like, I don't care about Mulan. If anything,
I don't care
Mulan's
about Disney
existence
remakes.
makes
Yeah.
me gross.
I'd boycott
Exactly.
Mulan. There's no way I'm gonna like waste $30. Considering the fact that not only is this a Disney live action remake, but there's also the concentration camps in Xinjiang.
They literally thank the people that are helping out the Chinese concentration camps in the credits.
It's
It's disgusting.
for real.
Yeah.
And then there are people who are denying the existence of these camps. It's just like I'm gonna get a little. I'm about to get off topic, but like, yeah, man,
Go
fuck
for it.
those people. No, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is like the whole discussion about the concentration camps is like a whole like episode of its own. Like we need to dedicate just like an episode for that.
All right.
Any other words on Kang before y'all want to move on?
I don't care.
I'm interested what they do. Just if he is gonna be the new big bad, that's great. Just please don't do Galactus. Galactus doesn't work as a big bad. Okay.
I just want what's his face? Young Avengers. I just want the Young Avengers. That's all I want. Because like so all right. And also, I feel like what you just said about Galactus, I feel like Galactus could actually work better as a one-time villain.
Exactly. He doesn't work as a big villain because he's a big guy who like he's not like
Have him be the villain of a Fantastic Four movie, maybe even the first one, and then have him just be present in the universe, but don't have him like be plotting anything. Just have him be an ever-present figure.
it's very
Like,
simple. He eats planets.
Like he's in the comics. Like he'll like, all right, he comes in for this storyline. All right, he'll be gone for a bit. He'll be back next year. Like he just kind of like floats in and out of importance. Because like right now, he's really important because he's like a huge part of the Black Winter thing. But then after Black Winter's done, I don't think we're going to see him again for a while.
What I'm saying is also if we're gonna introduce Galactus, do it in a Silver Surfer movie. Okay, let's not.
Yeah, of course. Actually, I think Silver Surfer would be better suited for a Disney Plus show.
No, I mean, remember the old
I can't
Silver
see him
Surfer
doing
like
the whole movie.
the old Silver Surfer 3-episode cartoon was actually really fun and really good, and I want that to be like a more adapted movie.
I mean, the best Fantastic Four movie was the Silver Surfer one.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was better. No, because the first one was just like more boring.
No. But Rise of Silver Surfer.
Don't say
had
Incredibles.
worse
Don't say
scenes.
Incredibles. That joke is so old.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying whatever Fantastic Four 2 was called, it had worse scenes than the first one. First one, yes, was boring, but second one was just cringy.
Yeah, but at least they were entertained. Like, I think cringy is more forgivable than boring.
I don't want to see
movie's
Mr.
one
Fantastic dance in a strip club. I'm
job.
sorry.
And Hulk dabbed in Endgame. You still liked Endgame.
Okay, fair point.
Yes. I just think a movie's one job is to entertain the audience. So if I'm ever bored during a movie, it's gonna go down by a wide margin. And the first Fantastic Four movie, I can just not even fathom sitting through. But the second one, I'm like, okay, it's still pretty boring, but there's parts of it that are actually pretty entertaining.
Wait, Kyle, have you seen the Godfather movies?
I have not. My dad's been planning to show them to me on my 18th birthday
All
specifically.
right, here's the
because they're
thing.
his
All right,
favorite movies.
Let me tell you something. If I found out that you were bored or you almost went to sleep watching that movie,
Listen,
I will slap you right across the face.
same.
No, I can sit through slow movies. Like
This movie's
the
not
movie-
slow. Listen, buddy.
It's not slow. No, it's God cinema. Okay.
It's top tier filmmaking, like pure, just. It's like cinema on a whole nother level. And speaking of Francis Ford Coppola, last night I actually picked up the Apocalypse Now 40th
Ooh, that
anniversary
movie's good.
edition. What was it?
Nice.
Yeah. Even though I don't have a 4K TV, I do have 4K TV, but I just don't have a 4K player. There's the Blu-ray copy, so I'll definitely I'll probably watch it tonight if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
pop that bad boy in tonight, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the last we're about to get. I'm about to get a little off topic, but last night I also saw one over the Cuckoo's Nest. I think it was.
Yeah,
called.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, it's such a great movie.
It's a horror movie, right?
You stupid?
Isn't it? That's what I've heard of it.
Are you stupid?
I know nothing of the plot. I've only heard that it is a horror movie, but is it not?
Dude, you're lucky we're not in the same room because I'd slap you. Hell no, this movie's not a horror movie.
Then what is it?
It's a dark comedy. But
Okay,
mentally
dark
ill.
comedy. Completely different thing. Gotcha. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
It's on Netflix. You're watching it tonight. I'm gonna make sure you watch it tonight.
Maybe. Who knows?
No. It's not maybe. It's you are.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna break
It's on
into your
Netflix?
house and force you
Yeah.
to watch it.
The only movies Trey's recommended to me that I just haven't seen.
Yeah, you son of a gun.
He literally the only
You haven't
time
finished
I've seen,
Rocky. You still haven't finished Rocky.
the only time
How?
I've seen movies he's recommended to me is when he had to sit me down. It's like, okay, we're watching this now.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen, man.
It's
Listen,
the
all right,
only
Trey.
way.
Trey. All right, I'm gonna have to whenever you're gonna do that again, you're gonna have to make sure I'm in the same room as you both are in.
Got you.
All right. I will
How we
strap this.
watched Pulp Fiction, Face Off, and what else did we watch that day?
I don't know.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, we watched.
Listen,
We
man.
watched Austin Powers. That's what we watched.
Yeah, but I already seen that, and also there was Batman Returns. That was a good one.
Listen, Kyle, you're about to watch some cinema with me.
Mhm.
I don't care if you like it or not.
All right, yeah, I'll check it out. All right. So that's it for Kang or whatever we're talking about.
Yes.
So I don't know how we got there from Kang the Conqueror, but we did. Good job, guys. So what? All right, what else happened?
Black Widow might be getting a delay.
Whatever at this
Yeah.
point. Just if it's gonna get
I'm
delayed
so numb
and it's
to
gonna
it.
hold up the MCU, then put it on the Disney Plus. Okay,
I
we don't care.
kind of like the MCU being a little held up right now. We need a break.
I just want this movie to come out November 6th just so I can get my Eternals trailer. I don't care about this movie. I just want my Eternals trailer.
All right. Yeah, not much to say there. Just sucks. All right. What else happened? Devil All the Time came out. Only Trey saw it. Trey, how was it?
We have to say that for next week.
Okay, we'll say that for next
Trey,
week.
just give us like an out of 10 score.
Out of
Don't.
10, I'm just gonna say right now the acting was great. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Tom Holland
Yeah,
did
it's got
awesome.
Robert Pattinson, Tom Holland, Sebastian Stan. Of course,
Robert
great.
Pattinson's accent was foul in that movie. It was
Illusions.
Holland's accent was actually pretty good, but Pattinson's it was.
All right. Yeah. We got anything else to talk about?
Mando.
The Mandalorian. We got a lot of.
Oh God,
stuff
yeah,
to
that
talk
happened.
about. Oh yeah.
Forgot about that.
Also, what I
Well,
want to say about that, Kyle, I DM'd you an opinion I had on the Mandalorian, and you didn't respond to me, so now I gotta say it now. I want Moff Gideon to kill Ahsoka Tano.
I hate you. I hate everything about you.
Well, I
If
think
you're
I know
the
why.
Scum. You
I
are
think I know
filthy.
why.
You are alive.
I think I know why.
Why do you think I want her to die?
Explain your thought process to me, seeing your
Rosario
gut-farting
Dawson.
No, it's because if you're.
okay. Good
There's
point,
nothing I
actually.
hate about that. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, and I hope she gets a pretty good arc. But I want Moff Gideon to kill her so we can see Moff Gideon as more of a threat. So we can
Quick
see
question,
when.
Mohammed. Is Trey quiet for you too?
What?
Trey quiet for you too, or is that just my problem?
No, it's my problem too. But oh well.
Trey, can you get
Well,
closer to your mic or something?
I have my earbuds in, so I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But here's why I want Ahsoka to die. I want Ahsoka to die so we can see Moff Gideon as more of a threat. So when Mando and him finally come face to face, it feels like more impactful. It feels
She's only
like
slated to be in one episode, so I don't think they'd bring her in just to kill her.
What about Boba?
Oh, yeah, Boba is pretty much confirmed to be returning because Tamara Morrison is confirmed to be coming back, and he said he's not playing Rex, I believe.
I think Boba's going to show up at the tail end of the season to set up for the next season because I don't
You
want.
think he's going to be the season 3 daddy?
Yeah, because I want Moff Gideon to be his own villain because Giancarlo Esposito is a great actor and he plays a lot of great villains. So if we're gonna sideline him, I swear to God, okay,
I want him to be.
do box cutter with Darksaber. Just do it.
Trey, last year I gave you an opinion on Moff Gideon, and that was pretty much the same as your Ahsoka opinion. I said Moff Gideon should kill the child.
Yeah, but the thing is that Disney's gonna lose so much money if they kill Baby Yoda already.
Yeah, but imagine how heart-wrenching that'd be for the audience. Imagine, I
You
have
know
a
how
picture
many
in my head.
kids are gonna lose their
Moff
mind?
Gideon in I don't know. Let's just say on Tatooine, they're having a lightsaber fight. Mando's using one of Ahsoka's lightsabers, and Moff Gideon's using the dark saber. Pretty, apt metaphor of like good guy versus bad guy. Then all of a sudden, Moff Gideon pushes him aside, grabs Baby Yoda's like little carriage thing, and stabs right through it. Can you just imagine the shock on the audience's faces? That moment would be etched in TV history forever. Because they killed Baby Yoda.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think that would show the plot because what we saw from the last season is that Moff Gideon needs Baby Yoda for something, and I want to see what that is.
Yeah, because the freaking what's their faces? The Empire don't want Force-sensitive beings in the galaxy, so they have to take out as many as they can so they can reform.
No, but I don't think that's the reason though, because he had Baby Yoda in his grasp in Episode 3 when Mando gave him to him, and they didn't kill him immediately. So what that tells me is that they need him for something. But
what do you think they need him for?
Something? I don't know, but we saw the Camino patch on that guy, so it's probably something to do with cloning.
I don't want Baby Yoda to be a clone of Yoda. I think that's really stupid.
I don't think that's it, but it has something to do with cloning in a way.
I want Moff Gideon to be more fleshed out. Because in the first season,
you're not going to get Giancarlo Esposito to play your villain and not have him be fleshed out. Even though he's not the biggest part in The Boys season 2, he's still pretty cool in my opinion. And we all know his role in Breaking Bad. Okay, we all know him. Gustavo Fring.
I think overall, on the trailer itself, I actually think it was supremely underwhelming.
It didn't show us a lot, which is both good and bad. It's good so we can see, more stuff in the season. It's bad because it underwhelms the audience to want to watch your show.
Yeah, I definitely I didn't hate it. It's just I don't know.
It didn't show.
We saw one girl.
It was only like a minute 40 seconds. It's funny because the Batman trailer was like a 2.5-minute trailer, and only 25% of the movie's been shown. The Mandalorian trailer was like a minute and 40 seconds.
But it wasn't underwhelming because I don't know why it wasn't underwhelming. It was just cool.
Yeah.
It was just a whelming trailer. The Mando trailer just didn't feel like it had focus, I guess. I didn't get much. With the Batman trailer, at least got some things going on. I got some grasp on the plot. I get that there's a plot happening. All that I know with Mando is that, all right, he's got to return Baby Yoda to the Jedi. That could be a day in that universe. He could just do that.
Yeah.
What's standing in his way? What obstacles is he facing, and what personal challenges are there for him?
Speaking of the Batman, did you see that apparently there's gonna be a new suit towards the end of the movie? He will get a new suit.
that confirmed, or was that just another rumor?
I'm not 100% sure, but I just saw that the bat suit will get damaged, and we actually did see the bat suit get damaged in the trailer when he got
Shot.
No, he didn't get shot. He got exploded. Remember?
Oh, that was an explosion? That was a gunshot.
No, there was a gunshot, yes, but remember when we saw Gil Coulson with tape and it said to the Batman on his chest, and Batman came in later and like an explosion, it pushed back Batman.
Oh,
do you not remember this? Do you not remember this trailer by heart, Kyle?
No, I was just thinking of the gunshot. That's what I thought you were referencing.
If the bat suit can't take a gunshot, then it's not much of a bat suit now, is it?
Well, yeah, at the same time, look at I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. But
What if it gets the blue and gray vibes?
That's what I want. That's I've been asking for this since forever, man. A blue and gray live action bat suit would be so cool. Live action bat suit.
But we got one. It was in the '60s with a little known man named Adam West.
You shut your mouth, Trey.
Do you remember him?
You shut your mouth.
I love him. Rest in peace.
They also did the Batman and Robin suit that was like a blue black, and it was all one color. Yeah. We don't need Dog and Batman and Robin. Everyone already knows.
No. Yeah, we were also supposed to be talking about Mando.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This started with Mando.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you guys? So who's that one girl? People are saying that she's Sabine. I mean, she's not.
It's Sabine.
But she's not though. Because at the same time, you've seen the actress in real life. She looks nothing like Sabine.
Yes, she does.
You get older, because no, you don't change faces when you get older. Sabine was
like her a little bit.
Sabine was 18 at the end of Rebels, and that girl looked.
She's in the WWE. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. She isn't built like Sabine. She's also a different ethnicity. No. And plus, we see her when Mando's talking about Jedis, and she disappears.
So you think it's a Jedi? But we already have Ahsoka, so we're gonna have another Jedi coming?
Tell me why not. Tell me why not.
Because then we're gonna overwhelm the season.
Being returned to the Jedi, I think there would be more than one Jedi.
But still, I don't want to overwhelm the season with Jedi. I feel like having only Ahsoka as the only Jedi in the season will, show.
It's not really overwhelming for the audience. If anything, I think it actually worked better.
No, it's that Mandalorian season 1 did not have a lot of Star Wars stuff, and it was still fine. It was still great. Let's not overwhelm the season with a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Let's at least continue it to other seasons.
What else could that girl be? She was talked about while the people were talking about Jedi, and then she disappeared like a Jedi.
But it was in a voiceover, so I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't want it to be dope. Wait, never mind. What if it's Ahsoka's apprentice? Think about that now.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that's a good point. Ahsoka would take on an apprentice, probably. What if she's Snoke?
No. Shut up.
Yes, it's Snoke. Confirmed.
Snoke, everything's Snoke.
That's Andy Serkis. It looks just like him.
I want there to be. I want this. I want this. No, I don't know how to put it in the same words.
Take your time.
I want there to be a good resolution for Baby Yoda. I don't want him to be in season 3.
He just needs to have a name. That's all I really want. And have him. And I want him to have a Mandalorian helmet, a small Mandalorian helmet.
Baby Yoda's name needs to start with a Y. It needs to sound ridiculous.
Like what? What do you want? What do you think is
Yoda, Yaddle, and Yo Fizzle?
Kyle, leave this call. Leave this call.
Yo Fizzle.
Leave this call.
Wait, quick question.
That sounds like a rapper.
He's named Yo Fizzle now. I have spoken.
Wait, is Kyle a Redditor?
No, I don't have Reddit. I just called him Yo Fizzle.
Alright, because I thought you said something a Reddit kid would say.
No, I'm not on Reddit. I just think Yo Fizzle would be a perfect name for him.
Alright.
Your overall thoughts on the trailer? I thought it was fine.
was good.
It was alright. It seems to be cool.
It seems cool. Also, wait. Were they on Ilum during that one ice part?
100%. That was definitely Ilum. It looks
So why
like
would they be on
Ilum
Ilum? Does Ahsoka live there now?
because think about it. It's a force-sensitive planet, and Baby Yoda might get a lightsaber.
Why would Baby Yoda? Why would Baby Yoda need a lightsaber?
He's 50 years old.
What if Mando is going to build a lightsaber? Like, he's gonna go there with one of his like Jedi friends or something. Like, okay, I'll get you the crystal. You build a lightsaber.
Dark saber.
No, because Moff Gideon has the dark saber.
Wait, there's one dark saber.
Here's another thing. I've heard people say that they want Moff Gideon to be force sensitive. Please don't do that.
No, what if he's an Inquisitor?
No.
I don't want that. I want him to be his own badass.
That's true.
I want him to be like. I'm really stupid for not remembering his name, but Kyle, what's the blue like admiral who's really a big Star Wars villain?
Jesus Christ, Trey. Do you mean Thrawn?
Yes, I mean Thrawn.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Trey. I expected more from you.
I want him to be like Thrawn. That'd be so cool.
Stupid. Yeah, I guess so, but I mean, him being force sensitive wouldn't be awful.
I don't want it. That just makes him an Inquisitor.
I guess. Yeah. All right. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. All right. I just think Mando season 2 looks really cash money. I think it looks really good.
Did you just say cash money?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Get off this call.
Shut up, Kyle.
You know, me and Yo Fizzle will go have a time by ourselves. Come on, Yo Fizzle.
Go back to Reddit. Go back to your country.
Anything else in this episode you want to talk about?
The boys.
Yeah, I want to say something about the boys. This season's very, very all right. It's definitely not as good as the last season.
It's mid.
It's very mid. Yes, I like Stormfront. Even like by I mean I hate Stormfront. I really do, and that's something I like. I like hating characters. If I'm supposed to hate this character, that means the actor in the script has done well. I'm also really liking Homelander in this season as like I don't want to say he's getting darker, but
He's becoming complex for me.
he's becoming more complex.
What can I say? He's in my top 5 favorite superheroes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Homelander.
Also, I think I might like Butcher more in this season. I don't really know why, but I just like him. Probably because he is probably my top 2 favorite lines of all time in the show now.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say them, but
It's because I still do watch the boys.
it's not really a spoiler, but it's because they both have swear words, and I don't want to,
You can
say
say
it.
swear words.
Okay, fine, I'll say it. Line number 1 is "Oi, cunt." Line number 2 is "Terror, fuck it."
Those are very simplistic lines.
Oh yeah.
I thought we were just talking about like the show in general. Like, whoa, if it ain't the invisible cut.
I mean,
Nah, but yeah, the season needs to pick up. It's slowing down for me, and I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
We're more than halfway through, and it hasn't really given me enough.
Yeah, plus I feel like something's off with the show. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but something feels very off with
it
this
was just
season.
turned on.
Was it?
Just turn it on, dude.
Get
We're
out.
not the showrunners, Kyle.
Just tell them to turn it on, man. This is
Get-
be better.
Okay, I feel like something's
What I think
missing.
Couldn't
What I
find
think
it.
the problem is that it's focusing more on the characters, which is fine, but they also need to give us more. Like the first season, it focused on the characters, but also gave us a plot. This show doesn't have a good a plot. Like, what are they doing? What are the boys doing right now? Because they're not seeing they're trying to take down Vought because they thought they already did that, but now it's not. So what are they doing? I don't know.
I guess they're gonna like try and like, just like separate themselves, just go in different places. I guess I don't know.
I don't know, but apparently Maeve's trying to take down Homelander with the Deep, so hopefully that goes somewhere. But I don't know.
Homelander's not gonna die in the season because they already
He's not
confirmed
going to
season
die.
3.
No.
Yeah, you guys are talking about The Boys. That's pretty cool. My favorite superhero show is still Titans.
Shut up.
Leave. We
Okay, I
don't
haven't
speak
seen
of that garbage here.
I feel gross even making that joke.
I have not
Yeah.
seen Titans, but I will tell you, just shut up, Kyle.
I don't watch Titans.
Good.
I've seen the first 2 seasons.
I saw the first one. I watched a video on the second one. I couldn't even bring myself to watch it.
It'll kill
Did
you.
they mess up Red Hood in the third season? Which
They're
they will.
going to. They made the mistake of making Jason a child. The whole
Why is he
point of
even?
Jason.
Okay, you know, let's not talk about this now.
No,
Let's
I'm
make
going
it.
on my tangent. Okay, I'm going on my
Let's have
tangent.
a
The whole
dedicated
point.
Titans hate episode.
Okay, fine. We'll
Just a
do
whole
that.
episode where you range about Titans.
Okay, fine. I'll
And we
save
could
my
definitely do
tangent
that
then.
for over an hour.
I'll save my tangent then.
Yes, I'll write that down in our notepad of ideas.
Pussy, he's got. All right. Anything else we want to talk about that will just make us lose our marbles?
Gotham Knights. We didn't talk about this during fandom, but now that I've had the fandom sit with me for a bit, Gotham Knights story looks pretty bad.
Okay.
No, like we don't know enough about the
think about
plot. We
Think
don't know
about it.
enough about the story to call it bad.
Yeah, but we know it's adapting the Court of Owls, and from what we've seen, it seems to be very lighthearted. Like, it's adapting Court of Owls, perhaps one of the darkest Batman stories of all time, in Battle for the Cowl, which is also a very dark story. And then you have like Barbara Gordon and Tim Drake, like, whoa, did you remember to take a sweatshirt? And like
I don't
Mr.
think they're
Freeze is a
adapting
big
Battle
robot.
for the Cowl.
It doesn't connect.
Right now, I'm gonna say this would definitely be better if it was in the Arkham universe. So,
Mhm.
Grayson's Dick's plot, like character arc better, but most importantly, Jason's going from the Arkham
Mhm.
Knight to Red Hood and Bruce dying, like that's something
Yeah.
that could be huge. But
That
nope.
could be good.
Now we got Suicide Squad kill the Justice League being in the Arkham universe, which makes
I'm
no
not even mad
sense.
about that anymore. You could have tried to not have that many inconsistencies.
But you know what?
Yeah. Good point.
Dude, I actually want to say one more thing about The Boys. Mother's Milk, the actor who plays Mother's Milk, commented. I mean, they didn't comment, liked one of my Instagram comments
here we
on
go
one of
again.
the posts. I don't know. It was cool. I appreciated it.
Good for you, Trey.
I actually know this is a bit off topic, but I know Mark Hamill liked one of my tweets before.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Kyle's now incredibly jealous.
I had Brown Table like one of my tweets. Not as cool as y'all twos, but still, it happened.
Who?
The YouTuber Brown Table.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
I'm aggressively finger gunning right now to make myself feel better.
All right, so I think out of this whole episode, I think the one thing Kyle learned is that listen to Trey and his movies recommendation, and he might just live.
Also, I also learned that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is not a horror movie.
I'm gonna slap you. I can't believe you actually said that.
All right. Anyway, is that it for today's episode?
Horror movies
guess.
are in cinema.
Trey, do you want to do the outro?
I will do the outro. All right.
Give him a minute while he pulls up his list.
Nah, it's already up. Hope you enjoyed the Thinking Fox podcast. We'll probably be back next week, but always remember, life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while. You might miss it.
You butchered that Ferris Bueller quote.
No, I didn't.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, you did. No,
No, I
you didn't
didn't.
say it as jovial as he did. Life moves pretty fast. So you just stop for a bit. Like, and just, I didn't get it exactly right, but the energy was.
I got it. I got it exactly right.
Okay, my energy plus your memorization skills would have made for a pretty good outro.
Well, that's our outro, and it was perfect the way it was. Hope you enjoyed.
Sure.
And goodbye.
All right, you know what? Goodbye. Come back next week for another one of Trey's crap outros. See you guys next time.